Namaste. My name is Prakash Chitre. I'm an independent researcher and the author of the book of Intellectual Heritage, published by Motilal Banarsidass last year. Drawing from one of the chapters of this book, I have prepared a set of 8 videos, namely Archaeological Evidence of Ancient Indian Knowledge. I hope you saw part 1 because it was important, and therein I had shown the various modern scientific methods and technologies used by archaeologists and other scientists to study the findings from ancient India, archaeological findings. If you haven't seen it, I would request you to, after seeing this video, this part, please go back to part 1 and see it. But first, an acknowledgement. The Sindhu Saraswati civilization and its spread and antiquity. It was spread over a very vast region covering Balochistan, Sindh, and Western Punjab, all in Pakistan now, and some parts of Jammu, our Punjab, Haryana, Western UP, Rajasthan, and Gujarat. Very large. Besides the geographic spread, the time spread was considerable too. Circa 9,500 years before present, that is BP, according to the studies so far, to circa 4,600 years BP, that is around the time when the said civilization came to an end. The first sites from this civilization to be discovered were Harappa, Western Punjab in 1921, and Mohenjo-daro in Sindh in 1922. By the way, Mohenjo-daro was discovered by archaeologist Mr. R.D. Banerjee. For many decades, these two were the only known sites. The former was located in the basin of river Ravi, a tributary of river Sindhu, and the latter in the basin of river Sindhu itself. Ergo, this initial name, the Harappan civilization or the Indus Valley civilization. In the subsequent decades, however, many more sites were discovered, a majority of which are in the basin of the ancient river Saraswati. Of all the sites discovered so far, nearly two-thirds are in the basin of river Saraswati. It is therefore more appropriate to now call it the Saraswati Sindhu Civilization rather than just Sindhu Valley or Indus Valley Civilization or the Harappan Civilization. Over 2,000 of them have been discovered so far, of which 500 are now in Pakistan and 1,500 are in India. The people of the Saraswati Sindhu civilization have contributed immensely to the history of the world by building well-planned towns, cities, dockyards, and basic science and technology. As far as it is known so far, they were the first. Now let's see the aspects of civil engineering and town planning, sanitation, water management, etc. Saraswati Sindhu Mohenjo-daro, circa 6,000 to 4,000 BP, that is before present. It had as many as 700 wells. Now these were circular wells. Most likely the circular wells were an invention, Harappan invention. The locations of the wells were remarkably well spaced to make water easily available to the entire city. Archaeologists believe that all the wells were planned and constructed at the same time. That stands to reason considering the spacing. They were not placed haphazardly, as the second point mentions. The locations of the wells were remarkably well spaced to make water easily available to the entire city. On the other hand, a water scarcity area such as the Dholavira site in the Kutch district of Gujarat, it flourished between circa 5,000 to 3,000 years BP, did not have as many wells as that, but instead water was provided to the entire city through rainwater harvesting and its collection in a network of interconnected reservoirs. Water was brought in from the citadel, etc., built at a higher level through the network of a drainage system. Now, in the Saraswati Sindhu civilization, they had bathrooms in individual houses, even in the lower town, which was occupied by the less affluent people. They had a proper drainage system at the town and individual house levels with provision for maintenance. The drains had a slight gradient so that the effluent flowed out and did not stagnate. Good thinking. Separate drainage system for fresh water and wastewater so that the latter did not mix and contaminate the former. Again, good thinking. Bathing area in all houses with outlets connected to the town drainage, I'm sorry. Latrines and commodes were found in Harappan houses with outlets. Now, all these things show how well they planned their cities, how they uh, managed handled water management, sanitation, etc. Dholavira, Gujarat, it flourished between 5000 to 3500 years ago. It is located in a water scarcity region. The city is bracketed by two streams. They had built dams on these streams to divert water into the town. This is part of the water management. They also designed systems for collection, storage, and distribution of rainwater with tanks in the castle, interconnected by underground drains to bring in water, harvested from various parts of the castle. There is a colossal reservoir on the eastern side with a step well inside. All the reservoirs on the southern side are interconnected with huge or small drains. They thus built a chain of reservoirs to maintain water levels in all. There were manholes to allow inspection and maintenance of the drains. The drains were covered, they were not open drains. And from place to place, there were manholes which allowed them to do inspection and maintenance. It suggests that there perhaps was some kind of a local governing body, which, like a municipal corporation or a municipality, which took care of all these things. Perhaps. There is a stone well, circular, about 6 meters in diameter. So, although Dholavira didn't have as many wells as uh, Mohenjo-daro, but there were a few, and one stone well was circular, about 6 meters in diameter. There are several other features in Dholavira which are good examples of civil engineering. Now, this brings me to the end of my part 3. Uh, in part 4, I shall continue talking about the Saraswati Sindhu Civilization. I had to cut it short because I had to divide these parts in rather small videos, short videos, and subject-wise, topic-wise, I had to make the breaks. Thank you very much, viewers, for taking interest in watching this video and for your time and patience in doing so. I sincerely hope that you liked it. Please do write your comments, queries so that I can respond at the earliest possible. In continuation, I shall upload part 4 in a day or two. Do look out for it. As I mentioned earlier, I shall continue talking about the Saraswati Sindhu Civilization and their knowledge. So thank you very much. Namaste, and I look forward to meeting you again for all the subsequent parts. Namaste, goodbye.